What's up, fight fans? Thank you once again for coming through. Much appreciated. Remember, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. If you're not new and you come back to watch another video, as per usual, guys, thank you very, very much. All right, let's talk a few different subjects that are all gonna merge into one. So first, let's talk about Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather done a recent interview with Fight Hype. I think it was Fight Hype. It always seems to be Fight Hype, where he kind of says what he wants to say, to be honest, and feels comfortable talking about it. But he was asked, as I think every single boxer so far in the world has been asked, about his opinions on Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. Arguably the biggest heavyweight fight. I think I've said this since Lewis Tyson. I just think if promoted right, if promoted properly with all the tools that are available to promoters, so social media, media tours, world tours, things that never happened back in the day. I think it could exceed 1.5, 2 million pay-per-view buys. I think it could be big. I think it really could be that big, if not more. If not more, right? Deontay Wilder talks a massive game, and Joshua doesn't necessarily talk, but just his popularity already around the world is so big, especially within the UK or Europe and Africa, to an extent that I feel like he just needs a good dance partner, and Deontay Wilder is definitely a good dance partner. Anyway, so back to the subject. Floyd Mayweather said that Deontay Wilder is definitely the B-side, and he should travel to the UK. And he kind of said a few more bits, but those are the two kind of big talking points that Floyd said. Deontay Wilder's the B-side, and he should travel to the UK. And it leads me on to the next subject, which is, what is up with fighters? What's up with fighters not wanting to accept that they're the B-side nowadays? I don't know if it comes down to egos. I don't know if it comes down to that. But in big money fights, big money fights, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being the B-side. GGG was begging for the Canelo fight. Happily take the B-side, because B-side still makes more than he's probably made for his last 10 fights. That's what he probably got. I'm guessing Gennady Golovkin probably got about, when it was all said and done, taken into pay-per-view, taken into outside sponsorships, taken into everything, I think he walked away with about 20 million. That's more than he got for Brook, Jacobs, and all the other fights. I'm going to say this, all of his last 10 or 15 fights combined, I think he got poor. And he was happily taking B-side. He wanted B-side. He was chasing Canelo, knowing, I'm going to be B-side, but B-side is going to be so good, it's not a problem. And I think that's why it's so important that Floyd said it, right? Because Floyd is arguably the most arrogant boxer we've probably ever seen. But at the same time, he's the most richest boxer and probably one of the most richest sportsmen ever. And he took B-side against Arturo Gatti, happy to take B-side, and he admits that openly. And he was happy to take B-side against Oscar De La Hoya. Nothing wrong. When the pay packet is so good, nothing wrong with B-side. So I said that I think Joshua versus Wilder could do 1.5 to 2 million pay-per-view buys. All right, so, and this is just me guessing here, but I think you're looking at a Wilder-Joshua pot of about $100 million. Could be wrong, but that's kind of what I'm guessing. I'm thinking, look, if it does pay-per-view of about 1.5 to 2 million, and not just pay-per-view, remember, we're talking pay-per-view from America, we're talking pay-per-view from the UK, we're talking all the way they'll sell the rights to Africa, Asia, everyone will be interested in this one. You're talking ticket sales, if it goes to Wembley Stadium, 90,000 people, you're talking ticket sales of, I don't know, I can't even do the maths. All the endorsements, all the people are going to be interested. What's wrong with B-side money of $100 million? What's wrong? If someone said 30% of 100, potentially 100 million, what's wrong? What's wrong? What is wrong with that? Take it and run. I looked at Deontay Wilder's recent pay packets, and again, this is just his base salary. This isn't what he would make extra, because I'm sure he makes a bit on top. Gerald Washington fight, $685,000. This is according to the Express. This isn't, so I don't know if it's rubber stamp, but this is according to Express. His recent fight against Bermane Stiverne, 1.1 million. Someone's saying take B-side money, potentially 80 to 100 million, and you're making noise. You're saying no, 50-50. Don't take it then. Joshua's fine. Joshua got paid handsomely for Klitschko and Takam. Joshua's right now in a position where he doesn't need to fight anybody of any note, and he'll still be earning tens of millions of pounds. Where Deontay Wilder's pay packet suggests that that's not the case with him. Take B-side money. Floyd Mayweather did it. GGD did it. Every single boxer that's got to a certain level has taken B-side money because they, at a certain point in their career, they weren't the draw. I don't know if egos are getting involved here, but someone needs to speak to Deontay Wilder, his management company, his promoter, and say, look, you're not the draw here. But there's nothing wrong with that. Take B-side money, earn 30 million, your highest pay packet you've ever heard, you've ever made. I don't think Deontay Wilder's earned 30 million in his whole career. In fact, I'm 100% sure he hasn't. Take it, run, potentially beat Joshua, and move on to the next one. But boxers, look, boxing's a short sport, a very short sport. You get the chance to earn 30 million, and I can tell you now, in the history of boxing, I don't think there's been more than 30, in fact, I'd say I don't think there's been more than 20 fighters that have earned 30 million for one bout. If you've got the chance to make it by being B-side, fuck it, be B-side.